2024. I'm not alone. I am with Karabo Maimela, who is the Emerging Librarian Award winner for 2025, and Miss Frida van Veek from the Nevada LMS, who is the sponsor of this webinar for emerging trends and technologies in libraries. And we are delighted to host you this morning as part of the LIASA Nevada Emerging Librarian Initiative. I also have our speaker who I'm going to be introducing in a bit, and we're excited to have you here. Whether you are a librarian or an information specialist or a student or simply someone who just is passionate about the futures of library, today's session promises to be a very informative and exciting one. It's especially meaningful to be hosting this conversation during the South African Library Week, a time when we get to reflect the vital role that libraries play in our communities. And this year's theme, Reclaiming Knowledge, Empowering Futures, reminds us that libraries are more than just places of access to information. They are about transformation, inclusion, and empowering communities through knowledge. Just to set the house rules, can I please request that we all keep our mics muted so that when our speaker is giving the presentation, he is not disturbed anyhow. Also, this is to make sure that the recording is um, smooth as possible. I just wanted to make sure that it is being recorded and I can see that the session is being recorded. Apelele, please just assist me with that. I did not hear. You will alert me if it's not being recorded. But this session has to be recorded and it will be shared on the LIASA YouTube channel, which is LIASA News. The link to the recording will also be shared with everyone that registered to be part of this webinar. So please use the chat box for questions and comments as the speaker is giving his presentation, or you can wait at the end of session where we will open for Q&A, and all those will be shared on the chats and we will be reading them to the speaker. Prof, I hope that you are here because I'm about to read this rich bio. So Professor Amos Shibambu is an associate professor, Department of Information Science at the University of South Africa in UNISA, where he has served since August 2021. He earned his PhD in Information Science from UNISA in 2020 with a thesis titled Digital Curation of Records and Cloud to Support E-Government Services in South Africa. He also holds a degree in Business Information Systems from Tshwane University of Technology that was obtained in 2017, and with his dissertation entitled Analysis of Information Technology Infrastructure Towards Improving Services in Public Sector. At UNISA, he teaches honor students level modules and supervises master's and doctoral students, many of whom has successfully guided to completion. And I know that some of them are joining us in this session. His academic journey is completed by extensive professional experience, having previously held IT management roles such as IT specialist and manager and IT infrastructure and support services at the Office of Military Ombud and the Department of Higher Education and Training. Beyond academia, he is deeply engaged in scholarly engagement. He has adopted 2 high schools and primary school in Limpopo province where he motivates learners through mentorship and gifts. These would be books and trophies. Notably, one of the high school achieved a pass rate of over 90% in recent matric results, and that is so applaudable. In the spheres of academia citizenship, he has delivered keynote addresses at various universities on digital transformation, chaired session on both local and international conferences, and served as a peer reviewer for accredited journals. His conference presentations span global venues, including Dubai, Barcelona, and many more. Prof. Amos Shibambu also contributes as an external examiner for honors, masters, and doctoral degrees at local and international universities. His scholarly output includes numerous research articles accessible via Jibambu Google Scholar, and he is the author of the book A Nation's Anguish, Anthropology of Poems. And I hope that you will be sharing where we can get that book later on. His research interests encompass information technology, elements of the fourth industrial revolution, information management, digital libraries, and digital transformation. After going through this impressive bio, I must say that his achievements don't stop just in the academia world. He's also a Comrades Marathon runner and a medal holder. So clearly, endurance is one of his many strengths. And Prof, I see that you did not include that. And I just wanted to include it this morning. You can take the stage, and thank you very much for um, honoring this invite to be the speaker this morning.
Thank you so much, Program Director. I'm not sure if you have given me the permission or the rights to flight my presentation, or should I present as is from my side without?
Good morning, Prof. I'm sending you a pop-up prompt on your screen to rejoin as the panelist. You'll be able to share your screen and access all necessary administration control. Please just click on join. Thank you.
While we're still waiting for Prof, I just want to remind the attendees that please keep your mics muted throughout the duration of the presentation to allow Prof to share without any glitches. And thank you very much.
Please confirm with me if you can see it from your side.
Yes, Prof, we can see.
Yeah, thank you so much once more for inviting me. Thanks to the audience, regardless of where they are, who they are. Their presence here means a lot. And then I do believe today we are all going to have a fruitful day that actually we have long been waiting for. So in response to the invite, I have gone to the point of coming up with the title, How the Library Communities Should Position Themselves in the Artificial Intelligence Evolving Libraries. Then the presentation then it is going to focus on these few subjects or headings. I'm starting now from the background. Historically, the main function of the libraries were to collect, organize, and store all kinds of information and knowledge. They have for years been known as storehouses for books, periodicals, and sometimes films and recorded music for people to read. It was mainly a building that was sitting right there, and whenever one wanted to get to the library, you had to get information from the library. It means you had to go there. Then there was no other way. Whenever you looked for someone, it was gonna be like we will meet at the library. Today, the world is witnessing the transformation from storehouses to digital libraries, which reduce the costs associated with printing, storing, and distributing traditional printed books. Back then, it means whenever you were interested in having something to be printed, you were supposed to go to the library, or library was another place where one could print cheaply. Little did we know that along the line, we will see some transformation that will lead to the so-called digitization that we are now expected to embrace. Despite many emerging technologies during that transformation, it seems like artificial intelligence became the prominent element that to drive the libraries to the highest level. By integrating the AI into the libraries, it represents the transformative evolution in knowledge creation, access, and collaboration. What is the significance of this theme? The theme that we are focusing on today is stay at the forefront of AI advancement and learn practical solutions to improve competence in the library. What then does it mean to the libraries and the librarians? The illiterates of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn and relearn. It is true that we have learned a lot in order to become the best service providers within the libraries or to become the best librarians. However, the call for change in a way we are doing things has arrived, and it is so inevitable. There's no way we can get to the point of saying that we cannot use it or accept it. Some of the things, whenever they come, they are not necessarily coming from us as the librarians. They come from the dictations of the IT giant companies or giant IT companies. Without that, if actually we were to plan ahead by ourselves, somehow we're not going to get it anywhere because we are the librarians, but we are not more into technology. But the technology that is coming from outside, we know these big companies, the Google, the Amazons, and so on, they are the ones who are pushing us to get to the point whereby we have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. This is a concession that digital transformation has created a dual demand for physical and virtual access to resources, requiring libraries to expand their infrastructure and services. With regard to that infrastructure and services, you will have to consider the fact that the libraries used to be the places where we can only go there to get information. Now, for the library to become modern, it means the infrastructure, IT infrastructure within that library has to change in order to fit to the modern world, in order for us to have the modern and virtual libraries. The integration of AI and unprecedented opportunities. It provides unprecedented opportunities to enhance user experience and redefining their purpose in the society. Most of the time you will be asked, what is the user experience and so on, or maybe personalized user experience. If you look today, should you go to the site, or maybe you are searching for a book by Creswell, it will give you the other books that are related to that particular book. That means your search has now been personalized to the point that you are able to get many more books that are related to what you are searching, other than to keep on searching one book after the other, or information after the information. That is what we have noticed lately, to show that we are now experiencing a personalized user experience. The significance of this theme is that we need to embrace artificial intelligence as it has infiltrated and modernized our field. I don't think if the libraries were still the way they were in 1990, and looking at the way technology has improved, people would still be finding it good to have these institutions. And in that way, they were still going to remain the brick and mortar, in the sense that there will be people that will not be able to reach just because of other natural disasters that prevent us to go or to reach those places. Back then, we could not see anything wrong because the situation allowed us to be there. But today, being at the exact location has become an option or a choice. What is this AI that we're talking about? AI is not a new technique. It is old. It is just that we began to notice it recently. It is a technique that makes machines to become intelligent. And then others can say it is a development of computer systems that can perform tasks that would typically require human intelligence. If you remember well, previously, we used to command the computers. We used to tell the computers, or maybe instruct the computers to do exactly what we wanted. Today, as we speak, AI is able to instruct the machines to take their own decisions. It is how far we have gone now as opposed to what we were. So then we can say, when we were in the third industrial revolution, we were able to tell the computers what to do. When we moved to the fourth industrial revolution, now the AI is able to tell the computers what to do. Others might also ask again, what exactly is this AI? Artificial intelligence has been divided into three categories, or we have got three types of artificial intelligence: the machine learning, the soft learning, and computational intelligence. These types of AI are used differently, but the one that we know the most, it is the one that is for machine learning, because it is able to imitate what people are able to do. It is able to analyze user preferences, behavior, and these systems can suggest books, articles, or resources that align with individual interests. As a librarian, it means getting a reliever from some other duties. It helps with tasks that are prone to human errors. AI systems can automate routine tasks, freeing up human labor from tasks such as shelving and circulation duties. If you are familiar with the way in which other countries outside there are using AI, they have reached a point whereby the librarians in other countries, the typical example is Singapore. The people in Singapore are not fond of library positions. So in response, the country or the libraries have come up with the robots, not just robots, AI embedded robots that are able to do most of the things that people are not fond of doing. They do the shelving, they unpack the boxes, all those many things that are seen as dirty job for the librarians. It improves the user experience, like as I have already indicated. One of the key advantages of AI in library is its ability to streamline and enhance information retrieval process. Why AI matters in the library? It is a transformative force that redefines library and information services. It improves operational efficiency and increases user engagement. It has again become the integral modern library service, enhancing various operational and user-focused functions. Globally, it has AI in library services spans across areas including reference services, cataloging, and classification. There are many more functions that the AI has done within the libraries to ensure that there is a balance between what people are doing and the efficiency within the library. It has gone to the point whereby the libraries are able to interact with one another. You might find that the libraries of maybe academic institutions are able to interact with one another. Right, let me say you're looking for a book that they don't have. Automatically, if your platforms are linked, it is going to say to you, the book you're looking for is at University B, and they have got 3 available. Libraries are piloting AI-driven personalized services and automated subject indexing. What are the key applications of AI in library services? Automated cataloging and classification use machine learning to streamline metadata generation and improve retrieval accuracy. Conversational AI and smart chatbots, which allow humans to engage with the machine. Here, when we talk about conversational AI and smart chatbots, if you notice lately, people are talking about chatbot. Not all of these things are chatbot. We have got the chatbot and we have got the conversational AI agents. The smart chatbots are the ones that when you type, they use the text. You type, where is this book? Then it responds via the message. It provides the text as well. The conversational are the ones that you speak. It uses the natural language. You ask the book, do you have Creswell book version, maybe the one that was published in 2020? In response, it is going to generate the natural language and say the book that you are looking for is available and we have got a copy. That is the conversational AI or conversational agent. So there are 2. So then there are libraries that already have 2, the conversational agent and chatbots. Today, we have got the recommender systems, which make it easier for you to discover by analyzing user behavior and suggesting relevant resources. It supports the predictive analytics to anticipate user needs and guide collection development. It enables digitization and preservation of archival materials using image recognition and natural language processing, that is the NLP, ensuring long-term accessibility and conservation of historical documents. It advances accessibility through speech recognition and text-to-speech technologies. And I do believe that some of your libraries might be having the things that I'm talking about. The evolving role of the librarians in the digital age. What are the new roles that the librarians are expected to perform? The emergence of AI in libraries calls for the examination of its diverse implications for library personnel. In the digital age, grouping libraries by type, size, and roles has become impractical. Today, because of the things because the way things have changed, it is no longer easier to know how big the library is. And if it has got it has been installed with the recent technologies, you will find everything from wherever you are. You won't get to the point of knowing, can it be a 4-story building, single-story building? Because you have got all the information at your fingertips. By integrating advanced technologies, libraries can enhance their services, optimize resource management, and continue to serve as gateways to knowledge and culture. Virtual assistants and chatbots are being deployed to provide real-time assistance, guiding users to resources without the need for human intervention. Digital literacy and technology proficiency. Physical presence is no longer an option, but a choice. It means, as a librarian, you can be at a particular spot or position or place within the library than to be forced to sit and wait for the people or the patrons to come and seek assistance. Going to do that is just a choice. There are various options that it has introduced. Proficiency in using various software tools and platforms that enable them to efficiently manage collections, enhance user experience, and facilitate information.
Sorry, Prof, before you move to the next slide, the colleagues are asking, can you please, I don't know if your screen you are using two screens, but we can also see your notes. So they are asking to put it on the presenter mode, if it's possible.
On the presenter mode. Okay.
Yes, please. Yes.
Oh, it is using two. Thank you. By the way, where do I click to
Okay,
get
maybe
that?
you can stop sharing and then stop sharing and then share again and then choose the presenter mode.
Okay.
Oh, okay, another colleague says on the display settings.
Display settings.
Yes.
Then swap present view or duplicate slides or is it this one?
Yes, that is the one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the colleague that helped us. You can continue, Prof.
Thank you very much. Proficiency in using various software tools and platforms that enable them to efficiently manage collections, enhance user experience, and facilitate information. Data management and analytics. Librarians should develop ability to manage data, become conversant with collection, analysis, and interpretation will enable the librarian to realize that the needs of the users and demonstrate the effectiveness of library services. the futuristic vision of libraries. One would say there is no crystal ball to indicate how exactly will the libraries look like in the next coming 5 or 10 years. However, as a librarian, you need not be shy to look around and see the trends in the society. Look at the trends in society today for insights into that future. Integration of advanced technologies to increase optimum utilization of resources and enhance their management to a higher level. There will be virtual libraries and virtual reality experiences. This gives the users an immersive feel where they can go through the digital collections and even attend events and workshops in the library just sitting home. It will optimize access to resources and promote a sense of community. There will be community hubs and learning spaces, community centers that aid in lifelong learning, capable to host coffee dialogues, book exhibition, drawing essay, and debate competitions to attract the children and inculcate reading habits among them as a future researchers and scientists. Library materials will be safe from theft due to the AI tools that the libraries are going to have. Today, you might find that there are so many books that you have tried to replace, and then you have not been able to get to the point of understanding how did it leave the library, because it has got something that prevents one to steal it or something that prevents it from getting out of the library. But still, it managed to get out. Users' data will be protected from cybercrimes. The quality of the library services is assessed automatically. They want, even though we can also go to the point of having the surveys, but given the technology that is going to be there, it will be able to assess itself and give you an idea of what and where to improve. Automatic services are also delivered to end users, and digital collections of the libraries are improved. In some other places, some libraries are able to use the so-called drones to deliver the hard copies to the patrons who made requests, and if they are able to go and collect. For now, I know many libraries can still say, go to the nearest library, we'll take it there. It means a driver is going to take the book to that particular library, and then from there go and take it and then deliver it there. So today, the drones have managed to cut that middleman. The use of AI assistants will engage how people expect to get responses to their queries, making the databases to know what and understand what they are looking for. The possible impact of AI on work remains contested and hard to predict, but we can anticipate the impact on some areas of work. The job situation, that is the slide that we are on now. Let's be fair and be just. AI was not developed to take anybody's job. Just like the light bulb, it was not designed to take the role of the candle. They are all still shedding the light. The threat to jobs in the AI era is mainly because of automation, the use of machines to perform tasks done by human beings. If you look back from the origin of the revolutions, I'm talking about the industrial revolutions, in each one of them, the casualties have been there. AI leads to three-way losses: permanent disappearance of jobs, change librarians to be expected to tech competent, new jobs. Already, some libraries have come up, have seen new jobs called, or new positions called librarianship or data librarianship. Some jobs will diminish or be AI enhanced, where the library assistants, library technicians are amenable to automation. When literature reveals that or suggests that the library assistants, the clerical roles, and so on are likely to be the first to be eliminated. Like I have indicated, in Singapore, they have eliminated the employees that were responsible for shelving. But again, for them, it is by choice. They are not fond of such jobs. The world of work shall shrink due to the machines: shelf reading, robots, auto sorter machines, reservation lockers, service robots, and many more. AI should be understood as an evolving idea rather than a single technology. By this, we are trying to say the technology that comes with AI is a moving target, and it is not confined to one device, or we can say it is not confined to the computer. There are many other devices to make it to work. Hence, that statement comes. Then, how then do you need to position yourself? AI will evolve, but the missions of the librarians are not going to change. They are designated to help in finding information and supporting them. The role of the library will never change. The way we have known it, it will continue to be like that. However, the delivery of the service is the one that is likely to change, and has begun to change. It has revolutionized librarianship, yet it is the same information managed. Like I said, the library continues to remain the center of information. The distribution of information or access to that information is the one that has changed. They are bound to continuous learning since the classical skills keep changing. This means, if you remember in the beginning, I said when I was talking about the literacy of the 21st century, it means here you need to relearn and unlearn certain things. If you were used to go and count, now you must be able to use a particular device to do the counting of what is available at the libraries. For technological tools in libraries to evolve and become more widespread, librarians must understand how to use them and their advantage. So by that, you need not get to the point of relaxing, because those who are coming from the universities and various places are learning new ways of doing things at the libraries, as opposed to those who say, I've been here and it has been, whatever I'm doing has been working. So then it is good for you to get to the point of saying, now I am going to start working on myself so that I do not become redundant. You need to become, or you need to be proficient in AI. You need to understand the AI tools and technologies, data analytics, library management, user behavior, and system architecture. Automation of routine tasks. Activities such as checkout, return, reminders have been automated. So it means now you need to manage that particular system. You need to get to the library and become the employee that knows how to manage these systems, not to be the one who will be calling people and reminding them that the books should come back. The role of a librarian today is guiding the user through the mess of online data using AI-powered advanced search engines, recommendation algorithms. If only you can become AI literate, it means those who have got an option to come to the library, you will be the one to tell them how to go about using AI to get what they want. That will depend on what you have implemented within the library, within your library, as opposed to say, go with me, follow me, the book is here, or whatever you want is there. By just standing with that person within the library, you will be able to guide in that way on the usage. It enhances the metadata taking, indexing, categorization that librarians perform on materials to make them more accessible and searchable. The digital curation, ensuring data privacy, non-bias in AI algorithms that are engaged for information retrieval and preservation. Finally, at the heart of positioning yourselves in this transformation, AI literacy is the key. Without it, it means you are likely to struggle to do the things that are expected to the patrons. The story ends right there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you for such a very engaging and very informative presentation that you just gave us. You also, in a way, challenged us to be in a position where we are catching up with the times. And at this particular point, ladies and gentlemen, I am taking your questions, and you can write on the chat or you can just raise your hand and then we will take your question. So the first question is coming from Adebisi, and she's asking, what is your view in the user experience as a career in other fields apart from library environment?
The question wants to know about the user experience.
Yes, apart from the library environment.
Looking at the fact that AI is not only within the library, so then it has encroached each and every element or each and every area. So then when it comes to the user experience, wherever we are, wherever we use the technology, we are able to see the responses in response to what we are looking for. So then with me, I think the user experience has gone bigger. It has simplified the way things used to be done. And then I no longer, it brings to me the things that I was not even aware of by just trying to look for one thing, then I get a whole lot of options that make me to realize that, oh, there was something that I was not even aware of. So meaning the user experience has grown bigger. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Another question that is coming from Jane. Jane is asking, considering that all that has been said, do you think that the curriculum is in line with the future expectations when it comes to AI?
No, the curriculum is not yet convincing. The issue starts with the government itself. The government was supposed to introduce the presidential 4IR. I forgot the full name, in 2019, 2020. That was a response to 4IR and its elements including the AI. So right from there, that is where the universities or maybe the academic institutions were going to get something with regard to the technology that responds to what we are seeing. Even though when actually we try to get to the point of trying to catch up, it is a little bit, people just find themselves knowing how to use these technologies by themselves. I mean, you have got different devices, you have got your phones, you end up getting familiar on how to use these things without having learned most of them at the university. If you happen to have learned about it, it is something that it is too basic. We talk about it, but practically it is not what I see. Or maybe in the next coming years, it will become more efficient in a way that it responds directly to what we are talking about today. And again, when I look at most of the things, South Africa is still 70% in the third industrial revolution, of which the 4IR is predominantly in the fourth industrial revolution and the fifth industrial revolution. So there is still a gap in between there. Should we quickly move to the fourth industrial revolution where the AI is dominating? That is where the response to what the question that has been asked can be correctly addressed. The curriculum is not satisfactorily where we want it to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. So there's so much to be done still. Thank you very much, Prof.
Yes.
Rebecca, you were asking if the presentation will be shared with us, and then we will share with everyone, Prof, if Prof allows. But otherwise, you can also get the recording. That is where you can see all the slides that have been shared. Prof, the question that has also one of the discussion around AI has been ethics and responsibilities and role of libraries. How do we then address these misinformation, data privacy, and coming up with solutions as libraries to inform our users when it comes to AI, the ethics around the use of AI, misinformation, or data privacy?
Yeah, the first point to that is that before we start talking about informing them or dealing with the AI, with the ethics, let's start by empowering ourselves to understand what exactly are the ethics, or what is it? What do we mean when we talk of the ethics? Because when we look at AI, AI is not different from internet. Whatever we see, let me say, you cannot even control it. You cannot control AI, you cannot control internet. They are both similar. It is a matter of knowing how to use them. So then if only we get to the point of knowing what is good, how do you get to the point of confirming that this is wrong? Then we can now be able to say, we can be able to interact with our patrons in a way that is convincing. That is because when you look at the way people are doing things. They just go to the internet, they get information, they think it is correct, and then they send it. Like even like right now, if you can check the war at the Middle East, there are so many things that are going that are being spread that are not even true. But just because we want to see ourselves being the first to have posted something, we are so quick to distribute. So then let's start by informing ourselves and teaching ourselves the best way of scrutinizing information so that even when we start engaging the patrons, we are able to tell them that we are not on the right track. You are not on the right track if you follow this trend. This is going to lead to disinformation, misinformation, or fake. Like, you cannot talk about a clickbait without having understood what a clickbait is by yourself. You cannot say you will learn after you have lost your, or maybe after you have found your bank account hacked through the clickbait. Understand that part first, and then from there you go out, and then from there when you interact with them, you will know what to tell them, as opposed to rushing to them. They will ask questions that they actually won't even understand, and sometimes they can argue with you and say, "I found this thing on internet, and it is true." So let's start with ourselves, empower ourselves in the way that we understand the ethics so that we can be able to spread a gospel that makes sense to them. Thank you.
That is so true. I think you are saying that it starts here at home. The 2K usually says that what they are scared of is that when they get to their 40s and their 50s, they are scared that they're going to be scammed because of how they see AI to be as real, to appear as real. But then when you look and you investigate, you see that it is misinformation, it is false, and it's not true. Another question that is coming from IDBC is that is there any policy that have been made to control the usage of AI and the contemporary of new technology in the information society in South Africa?
No,
Mm.
that could have been, if it was there, it could have been used to improve the ECTA, Electronic and Communication Transaction Act. You see that, I think you know that act. It could have been in that legislation. They could have done better in that legislation so that we get to the point of knowing what is in, out, how to control it. There is no specific policy that guides that. It is ethical. It is just a matter of ethics. It goes to the previous question of ethics than the policy itself. You cannot control it. There's no way you can control internet or AI. Just look at it. When you log onto internet, when you log onto your computer, you want to access internet, or you want to get to something that has got something to do with AI. It is beyond your control. When you log onto your Facebook, you see many things that actually are beyond your control. And then you cannot say people must not post what they are posting. So it is up to you to see what is wrong, what is right. We are living in the world whereby truth needs to be checked and confirmed and reconfirmed. Lies are dominating on AI and even on internet.
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
true. Thank you very much, Prof. Just in closing, Caroline says that this is a lovely presentation. Thank you very much, Prof. And then Karine also is giving a comment to say that compared to an owned and on-site collection, libraries are vulnerable to losing access through cyber attacks or even through geopolitical challenges. I think I should think that librarians to increasingly take note of risk management and business continuity processes. And another comment says, thank you, Prof, for the insightful presentation. It is indeed an eye-opener. Vuisega is asking a question. How do we ensure that as librarians adopt emerging technologies, we are not becoming more efficient, or we are becoming more efficient, but actually more transformative in student learning? And So I'm just going to combine that with another question to say, Prof, what is your view on AI and inequality within society? I don't know if you got those two questions.
Yeah, I got those questions. Then the starting point that I think will make a difference within the library, those who are in charge of the libraries, let try to budget properly for the colleagues so that they can attend relevant courses that will empower them. There are many places that can assist them to know better when they deal with the AI issues. That is the first part. Then I lost a little bit of the second part of the question. Please assist me.
The second question was asking about AI and inequality.
That
You,
is it causing inequality or is it causing equality?
okay, let me just, okay, view on AI and equality within our society, yes. So what is your view within our society? Or maybe the gap between inequality and I don't know if Mavu, you want to clarify the question. You can just open your mic and speak.
Say was that within our society, we're still having the inequality. So my point was exactly about the rural areas where they don't get much of the services. That was my point. And since the AI is moving at a higher speed, that was my question based.
Oh, no, now I understand. So then it means your question is more of digital divide, that actually it is the responsibility of the Department of Telecommunication. I forgot the full name, but there's that Department of Telecommunication, the one that all the service providers, IT service providers report to, like Vodacoms and so on and on. They are aligned to that particular department. So then it means the government needs to promote or enhance the public-private partnership to ensure that each and every corner of the country is having the relevant IT infrastructure that will allow them or allow those places to connect. It can be like when you are driving around some other places, you see 4G. Some people ask themselves, I see 4G. When I'm at this particular place, I see 2 or 3G. Those are the fourth generations. They are they are responsible for connectivity. So then it means the government needs to get to the point whereby the entire country is now elevated to the fourth to the 4G, which means because the spectrum, I think not long ago, the spectrum is that device that is used to expand connectivity within the country. It was on sale to different service providers within the country. So that means the government needs to go to those places, make sure that even the schools that are around there, in all those places, are able to connect, not just an individual, everyone, so that we can be able to connect. So then, as a result, we are still rolling on the digital divide. Others can connect, others cannot. And that is why you find it difficult that whenever you want the things that you were supposed to do from home, you end up going to that particular place, which is a waste of time that we don't even have. So it is mainly about the government that is dragging its feet in that particular area. So I so wish at some point we try to have a session like this. We invite someone from the Department of Arts and Culture, and then we tell them to invite someone from the Department of Telecommunication so that we come and have a discussion through in this way. Because I don't think if you want to go straight to the telecommunication, it's going to be easier. But coming through this Arts and Culture, knowing exactly that you want those ones from the Department of Telecommunication. Those ones, invite them, and then they bring their counterparts. We can be able to speak specifically and say, we are seeing a digital divide. Inequality is still growing, and people are already seeing the 4G. And for you to realize something when we talk about 4G, if you can be at the stadium, and then from there you try to send a message, you find that your WhatsApp, all the messages that you have sent are still stuck. It means that particular area is not having full connectivity. The connectivity right there is limited. It will only start to go when you are out of that particular place. So then it means each one of us needs to be elevated to 4 or 5G. Other countries already are about to get out of 5G. They are now moving to the next level. And where are we? 3G. Thank you.
Still a long way to go. We had prepared this presentation or this webinar for an hour, so I am afraid this is where we're going to be leaving it. So, Karabo, I'm going to hand over to you, but before I do that, Prof, could you please share, as I did mention that you are an author of a book, you can maybe just share the details if the colleagues are interested in getting it on the chat. And now I'm handing over to Karabo Maimela. Karabo, you can take over and close. Thank you.
Oh, before that, I saw a hand, I think, I don't know if you saw it from your side. Sandra.
Okay, no, I did not see a hand. Yeah, I see also we have some few questions, but colleagues, maybe the conversation can continue beyond this webinar. We can then maybe just send questions if we have any to Prof to answer, and that is because of the time that we had allocated for the webinar.
Okay, I'll share.
Thank you, Prof. You can take over, Karabo.
Okay, thank you, Jalela. Good morning, colleagues. My name is Karabo Maimela, 2025 Imagine Librarian. What an informative presentation we have received today. Thank you, Prof. Chibambu, for taking your time to share your viewpoint on the transformation of library from storehouse to digital libraries and your expertise with us. Your presentation has inspired us as a librarians to embrace innovation and thinking creatively about the future of our libraries. We have learned so much about the safety of library materials through the use of emerging technologies, and it will certainly guide us in our work going forward. Thanks to Liasa and Nevanda for sponsoring this webinar. Thanks, Nevanda. Your support makes these initiatives like this possible and continues to empower us emerging librarians to grow and make an impact in the profession. Thanks, Liasa, for providing this incredible platform to connect and learn, especially Mr. Apelela for always being there behind the scene, helping with registrations and ensuring everything goes smoothly. Thanks to all the participants for your time and engagement in asking questions. Your contributions have made this webinar meaningful and impactful. I look forward to see you all at our next webinar on the 16th April 2026. Thank you and have a wonderful day and enjoy your weekend. Thanks.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.